1¼ inches, so still around quarter size hail possible, but most importantly, that threat for that damaging wind approaching now Channelview in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Now remember, even outside of this severe storm, we've got numerous other storms around the area, so if you don't have to be out in this, my advice would be just to wait it out a little longer if you can until the heaviest of that rain passes. We all know that traffic can be an issue. It can be pretty rough, especially on a Friday evening, and you don't want to be out in that with all of this rain and lightning coming down. So it looks like the worst of it will be pushing through our area over the next hour or so, and then after that, hopefully things will start to calm down a bit. But for now, still dealing with the potential for some strong, possibly damaging wind right around Beaumont Place, south of Victor, east of Dyersdale, now pushing into Sheldon, and if this holds together, it would be moving into Channelview over the next 10 to 12 minutes. So this is what we were expecting today. We didn't have a ton of action this morning, but for the afternoon, these showers and storms have been breaking out, and I do expect there could be another storm or two pop up and become strong or severe. We have several storms out there right now, but at this point, none of these storms outside of this one are considered severe at this point. So I'm going to switch back to a wider view and show you where we do have the potential for possibly some other cells becoming strong to severe. We do have a special weather statement out for this line that is off to the south and west of Houston. So this is stretching from Sugar Land down through Wharton and El Campo. Now this is not considered severe yet, but a special weather statement usually comes out for storms that are considered strong. So they're sub-severe, but they are getting stronger, and we basically have the potential for some wind up to about 40 to 45 miles per hour, maybe some pea to marble size hail, and also the threat for that lightning and that very heavy rain. So this is pushing off to the south and east as well. If this holds together, this would push into Angleton, Bay City, and eventually Lake Jackson. So we've got a big line of storms developing and slicing right across the area, and it's going to continue to push east southeast over the next hour or two. I think this will likely be the worst of it. I can't rule out 1 or 2 showers or storms developing out behind this for this evening, but I think once we get through this main line, if you're planning to get out, try to get your weekend started, get outside and have some fun, it looks like things will be better after this main line passes through. But for now, we are stuck in the middle of that threat for some strong, possibly severe storms, with the worst of it near Victor, Dyersdale, Beaumont Place, and pushing into Sheldon. So that is the strongest portion of this line off to the north and east of downtown Houston. Still getting some very heavy rain across the Houston area, but then we've got a line of strong storms, the southern portion of this line, starting to get a little bit stronger and pushing off to the south and east. I actually want to step off and give you an update on what's happening with our severe storm, because we do still have a warning on that one for about 15 more minutes. Here is our severe thunderstorm warning, and this is for northeastern portions of Harris County. So I do want to zoom in and show you what's happening with this storm. This is going to be right around Sheldon, Beaumont Place, Oates Prairie, and now getting closer to Highlands, Gilbert Landing, and Lynchburg. So we do have still the threat for some heavy rain with this very heavy rain, and also the potential for some strong damaging wind. There is the severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like the National Weather Service has just updated the area under the severe thunderstorm warning, and they have taken Kenwood, Dyersdale out of the severe thunderstorm warning because the worst part of the storm, the severe portion of the storm, has now pushed east of these areas, so there was no need to keep those areas in the severe thunderstorm warning. However, if you are in Beaumont Place, if you are in Sheldon, you still remain under that severe thunderstorm warning for about another 15 minutes or so. This is the core of that strongest wind, and it is pushing into Sheldon at this point. Still the potential for some 60 possibly 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts as this moves off to the east-southeast. And also check out all of the lightning. It's kind of clustered up to the north of Sheldon, north of Beaumont Place, and near Dyersdale. Between 100 to 150 lightning strikes still showing up in this storm. So this is still a dangerous storm. We've got a big long line of storms slicing across the entire area, but this is the strongest portion right now. This is the area we're most concerned about because this is the area that has the highest potential for some of that damaging wind. So this is the area that we will continue to monitor. I actually want to step off and give you an updated storm track on this. This is still pushing off to the southeast. You'll see that it is getting closer to the Channelview area, and that is going to be the area of concern as we go into the next 15 to 20 minutes. All right, so as you can see with this latest storm track, it is pushing closer to Channelview. It should reach Channelview in the next 5 to 10 minutes, and it is going to be moving into Highlands right around that same time. So notice in Baytown, if you are in Baytown, if this hangs on, holds together, then this would be reaching you shortly after that. So right now, Channelview, Highlands in the next 10 minutes or so, and then after that it would be creeping closer to Baytown. So that is the concern. I actually want to look at our base velocity once again and give you an update on what some of the estimated wind speeds in this are, and still showing wind that would be right around what we consider severe level. So this is right around Beaumont Place, getting close to Cloverleaf, and getting close to Channelview. Our Fox Red radar still picking up wind close to 60 miles per hour in this. And so for that reason, we're going to continue to have a severe thunderstorm warning as we look inside of this storm, and our Fox Red radar is estimating the wind inside of this storm. Usually when you have wind gusts approaching 60 miles per hour, that is considered severe. And that's exactly what we have showing up right around Beaumont Place, east of Dyersdale, south of Victor, and between Beaumont Place and Cloverleaf. This is approaching Channelview. Right now, if you're in Channelview, make sure you're getting inside. If you're not already, try to get to the lowest level interior room. Stay away from those windows because this has some pretty strong wind in it, and you don't want to put yourself in danger if you don't have to. So you've got about 5 more minutes before the wind should start to pick up, 5 to 7 minutes. So keep in mind that there will be some very heavy rain associated with this, and also the potential for that damaging wind and also a lot of lightning. So that is the worst part of the storm, the area where we have the strong damaging wind. But I don't want to leave you out if you are in downtown Houston. So let me reset the view and show you what we have going on in the Houston area. We do have this line of showers and storms rolling through Houston right now, and it is pushing across portions of downtown Houston. It looks like the heaviest of that rain starting to exit the downtown Houston area, but over towards Jacinto City, Galena Park, Pasadena, South Houston, Almeda Place, just a ton of rain and a lot of lightning coming down with this activity. So this has really developed into a solid line, and it's going to continue pushing off to the east-southeast. Also down around Fresno, Arcola, and east of Sugar Land, Bel Air, getting some rain and lightning with this. Now, this portion of the line is not severe, but it is still fairly strong. Now, we do have another special weather statement that has been issued for this particular storm out ahead of the main line. This is going to be right around Seabrook and League City and getting close to Dickinson. So this cell here is not considered severe, but it could have some wind around 40 to 45 miles per hour, along with the potential for that very heavy rain and also the threat for some small hail. So I did go ahead and put a track on that one. The storm currently over League City, Seabrook, pushing southeast, should reach Texas City in about 24 minutes. As I mentioned, it is not severe right now, but it is considered strong. So we do have a significant weather alert or a special weather statement that has come out for this cell, because that means it is intensifying. It hasn't quite reached severe storm levels, but it is strong enough to where we do consider it potentially disruptive and maybe a little damaging. So we do have that special weather statement that has been issued for that. So if you're in Texas City, watch out the next 20 to 24 minutes. You're going to have a round of heavy rain, quite a bit of lightning, and also the threat for some strong gusty wind. Right now, wind gusts likely only up to about 45 miles per hour, but if this continues to get stronger, we could have those wind gusts get even higher, maybe 55, 60 miles per hour, but we're not seeing that at this point. So no warning here, but it is a strong storm that I did want to alert you about. Now that storm is ahead of the main line. Notice the main line of storms still sitting back to the west and northwest, back towards Fresno, Alameda, Pearland. All of that will be rolling through a little bit later. So we've got a very active Friday afternoon out there, and this will likely continue for the next couple of hours before things start to kind of calm down a little bit. But we do still have quite a few of these showers and storms still left out there. All right, let me head back and show you what's happening across the rest of the area. I'm going to put it back to all of southeast Texas, and actually want to clear a few of these things off, and I'm going to put this into a lapse over the last hour so you can kind of see the general movement of these showers and storms. So we had our severe storm develop close to the Woodlands, pushing south and east. We actually had a severe storm yesterday take a very similar track, kind of rolled right over Bush Airport, and it did become severe. So we kind of had the same thing happen today with that storm rolling right over Bush Airport. It became severe, and now it is pushing into east central Harris County, and we do still have that severe thunderstorm warning for a little small area there east and southeast of Aldine until 4:15. Now I want to stop this because it looks like the National Weather Service did go ahead and issue another severe thunderstorm warning. So I want to take you in and show you where we do have this new severe thunderstorm warning, and this is going to be for a bigger area of eastern Harris County. So this is really the same storm, but of course it is moving, and we do have to keep updating the severe thunderstorm warnings to follow where that area of strongest wind is located. So right now we got a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is for eastern Harris County until 4:30 p.m. This severe thunderstorm warning now includes Barrett, Beaumont Place, Highlands, Channelview, Link 5, LaPorte, Baytown, Cedar Bayou. If you are in any of those locations, you are now under this new severe thunderstorm warning. So the time right now is 4:08 p.m. This new severe thunderstorm warning is all the way through 4:30 p.m. So I've been telling you that this storm, if it holds together, would be heading towards Baytown. It's now starting to push into Channelview, and also it's rolling over Galena Park, Pasadena, and South Houston, getting some very heavy rain, lightning, and some gusty wind. But at this point, the areas in the warning include Channelview and also down towards LaPorte, Baytown, and the Cedar Bayou area, and also up towards Highlands and Barrett. So we've got this storm holding strong. We've had, over the last few days, several of these storms kind of quickly pulse up and then they kind of fall apart quickly. But this storm is not falling apart. It is hanging tough, holding together, and it is rolling all the way across Harris County and remaining severe. So we will continue with this severe storm, the severe thunderstorm warning, the latest, until 4:30. And if you are in Channelview, this is starting to push into your area right now. If you are in Baytown, this will be rolling in shortly. So I actually want to step off and do an updated storm track, and then we're going to look inside of the storm to get an update on what type of wind we are looking at this point. But I do want to put a new storm track on here and show you what we're expecting with this storm. So currently over Channelview at this point, and it should be reaching Baytown in about 20 minutes or so if this holds together. So this is going to be right around Highlands, Channelview, Barrett, Beaumont Place, Galena Park, Pasadena, South Houston, and pushing off to the south and east. So if you're in LaPorte or Baytown, prepare for some possible damaging wind, heavy rain, and lightning in about 15 to 20 minutes. So that is the latest severe thunderstorm warning that we have. As far as I know, no other showers and storms out there have pulsed up and become severe. As you can see, it's basically a solid line that has developed, extending from eastern Harris County down through southern Harris County, and also down into Fort Bend and Brazoria counties, and even down into portions of Matagorda County. So we do have the threat for some strong storms out there, an isolated severe storm or two, and these are all pushing to the south and east. So that is the severe storm warning that we have now until 4:30, and should reach Baytown in about 19 minutes. Also still dealing with more showers and storms extending basically from south of Atascocita down towards Channelview into Pasadena, eastern portions of Houston, southern Harris County. We've still got showers and storms going on. If you are in Pearland, that band of heavy rain rolling through your area now, Iowa Colony down towards Needville and Thompson's, we've got some extremely heavy rain, and down towards Wharton and El Campo, you are getting some of that very heavy rain as well. But the area of most concern continues to be between Channelview and Baytown. That is where we have the threat for some strong, possibly damaging wind. So I'm going to switch back to our base velocity and give you some updated wind speeds, and it looks like maybe finally we are seeing this storm weaken. I'm not seeing those 50, 60, 75, 76 mile per hour wind gusts that I saw earlier, but we do still have some stronger winds showing up in this. But instead of 60, 70 mile per hour winds, is now looking like it may be 40, 45, maybe close to 50. So if you are in Channelview, I would still go ahead and seek shelter, wait it out. But it looks like that threat for the really strong damaging wind finally starting to go down a little bit. But earlier, as the storm was back towards Victor, Dyersdale, just east of Bush Airport, picking up wind gusts anywhere from about 55 to 75 miles per hour. That's why the National Weather Service kept extending this severe thunderstorm warning for that damaging wind threat. Still a ton of lightning, as you can see in this, but at least the threat for the damaging wind appears that it is starting to subside just a little bit. But we do still have that severe thunderstorm warning for eastern portions of Harris County until 4:30. But just as I am looking at the radar, I am no longer seeing a big threat for widespread damaging wind. Not to say that it could not pulse up again. There's a chance things could pulse up again, but overall it looks like that threat for the damaging wind finally starting to go down just a bit. So that is certainly some good news. So I am going to go ahead and wrap things up. I just want to give you another overview of what's going on with our showers and storms. You can see that we still have a very solid line of showers and storms across the area, and they will continue pushing south and east. This is over the last hour. Big time storms rolling over Bush Airport, the downtown Houston area, Hobby Airport, now moving into Channelview and Baytown in a few minutes. So we are certainly getting the much needed rain that we've been hoping for. Of course, we don't want the severe storm side of it, but we have to look at the positive. We are getting the rain, but you still need to be careful and make sure you have a way to get any additional alerts. Of course, our Fox 26 weather app, a great way to do that. And also you can check us out on air, on television, or on Fox Local. We've got several ways that you can get this information, so just make sure that you are checking us out on one of those. But I'll be here. I'll continue to monitor these showers and storms as they roll through for the rest of the afternoon and evening. If you are going to be out and about, make sure to take it slow, be extra cautious out there, because we could have some street flooding, some flooded roads, and we could also have a few of these additional storms possibly produce some damaging wind. For now, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Ramisha Shade.